Hey guys, what's going on? Dr. Darhawk here, and today Jagex released a few changes into the open beta world for us to test. One of these changes is a new looting interface to make looting items easier, which can be found under the game settings and then loot options tabs. Here you can find the first checkbox is to enable or disable the new looting system, so it's easy to opt out if you don't like it. I'm going to go ahead and drop a few items on the ground and show you how it works. With the looting system enabled, when I click to pick up an item and multiple items are present on that game space, an interface comes up which shows all the items on that space and allows you to take all these items or take them from the interface instead of the game world. Going back to look at the rest of the options, the next one on the list extends the loot dialog box to a radius of 3 blocks from your character's location. So I dropped a few items to show this in action. It works pretty well, and this is super convenient, if not outright OP compared to not using it. No more looking through right-click pile after right-click pile to see your loot. Next up, there are a variety of settings you can use to create a custom filter for picking up items automatically. The first option is pretty cool. It lets you exclude all items below a certain GP value. As you can see here, only the items above the value I set were taken when I clicked the button. As you can see, there are a lot of other options here for the filter. Armor and weapons, combat consumables, runes, mining smithing items, ammo, construction materials, prayer items, farming items, and crafting items. One notable omission seems to be summoning materials, and the filter, as is, cannot be configured to pick up summoning charms, U-logs and other noted logs, bolt tips, and even certain herblore materials like Grenwall spikes are missed by the herblore filter, and other odds and ends can slip through the cracks. And don't forget that all auto-picked items will match the GP value minimum. So if you set a GP value minimum at, say, 100k, most of the items won't be picked up even with all the materials checked on the filter. They'll be skipped because they're not valuable enough. There definitely needs to be a few more options on the interface for fine-tuning our filters. I understand that summoning may have been intentionally skipped so as not to devalue the usage of the Charming Imp Dungeoneering reward, perhaps, but things like noted U-logs aren't caught by any filter either, and that's definitely an oversight. That's a drop I would always pick up, especially like at the KBD drops 75 U-logs or 100 U-logs or something like that. Like, that's a good drop, especially lower levels, for example. So I don't know why logs are missed. There are a lot of monsters in the game that drop noted logs, magic logs, U-logs, things like that. So I really think that there are going to be changes before it comes out. I think that the GP value option could probably work better by maybe having an option to add all items over a certain value in addition to the items picked by the other filters, instead of just like removing all items below that value and only using the items from the filter. So like if you have armor unchecked and minimum value 100k, it wouldn't pick up a Bondos, like a Bondos chestplate, for example. Finally, my last problem with this is that I don't see the GP value of items from this interface, and you can't examine the items on right-click. So those things should definitely be changed for the final release. Maybe show more like the interface for the price checker with like prices underneath of the items, maybe. I think that might be maybe a better way to go, so you can like quickly at a glance determine what you want and their values. But otherwise, I think that this concept is great, and it's definitely functional as is, and it makes looting items way easier and with less clicking around to see your loot. So do you think that this is a good change, or is this another example of making the game too easy? Leave your opinion in the YouTube or Reddit comments section, and don't forget to like or upvote the video if you learned something. Don't forget to click on my logo here to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my videos, and I'll catch you guys next time.